And here we are. We are forward again. Welcome everyone to the latest episode of the Working Man's Warships. I am your host Jedi Gad, and we welcome you, whoever you are, wherever you may be, whatever time of the day or the night it is where you are, and however you are tuning in and watching and listening. Welcome all. So for today, what I thought I would do is I would give you a beginner's guide to what to do at the beginning of a new campaign. Now, this is the first time I've put on the console. It's just been updated, so I am here coming in new just like everyone else. So as you see, when you come in, there will be an advertisement for whatever's new in the store. Right, so news players, what we want to do first of all is we want to click and we want to open the store. Why? The first thing we want to do at the start of a new campaign is we gotta go see what they got for us. We want to see what's free, because free is our favorite word in the dictionary, and we don't turn down nothing but our collars. So the first thing you do as a new player on a new campaign is head straight to the store. Now, I will approach this like I'm new. I've never done this before, and I'm going to show you what to do if you was that player. So first thing you do is, as you click on it, they will first straight away send you to the special part of the shop. Why? Because there's a bunch of stuff here that you've got to pay for, right? But we don't want to see any of that. What we want to know is what we can get for free. This is the Working Man's Warships, and we want to know what we got for free. So if we go straight over to featured, you can see we have a loyalty reward, personal offer. Now, depending on how long you've been playing, you will get a reward. Okay, so first thing, new players, get in the shop, get your loyalty reward. Now I'm gonna leave that for now, but I'm just showing you go straight to the featured part of store. Okay, have a quick look around. Most of the stuff you have to pay for, but we are the Working Man's Warship, so we're doing this as if we are broke. We have nothing, we just started. Get that loyalty reward. Next, you want to go to offers. Okay, and in offers you can see you have your daily reward. As I've told you before, if you do nothing else, every day turn on your console, get over to the store, get your free daily reward and whatever else they've got free. Like for example, during Christmas they'll have a bunch of free stuff. Always go get it. It adds up, right? So we have that. So if we go over to anniversary, you can see the loyalty reward is still there. So just in case you didn't pick it up in featured, your loyalty reward also appears here in the anniversary section of the shop. Okay, now what you can do now is, it's a new campaign, new season, so we just have a little rummage around in the shop. You always want to look around and see what's on sale. What could you maybe afford to buy? What is here? What do they have? We'll do a bit of window shopping. We look around, we see some various prices for stuff. We go to special. You can see this is the Pan American Cruisers, and if we move over, you can see now this is the collab for this season, and this is the Sabaton Legends collab. So join the legendary heavy metal band, get on board Yamato in the Sabaton skin, and take the helm alongside lead singer Joakim Broden. If you take him on board, you'll hear Sabaton songs during battle. Please note, the appearance of commander guises may differ from those presented in the game. Now, be aware, people like me, content creators, the key part here is the Sabaton songs. So you are likely to get a bunch of copyright strikes and stuff like that. Beware of that when playing with this commander and this collaboration. So if you go through, you'll see the various stuff here that you can pick up. The guys, the Yamato skin, bunch of stuff there that you've got to pay for. And again, sometimes in the store you will see sales of things which are worth buying if you have the doubloons. If you can spare the doubloons, sometimes things will come up. Like I remember once Azalane Baltimore was there with the ship and the commander, and it was reduced. So always keep an eye out for stuff like that. If you have surplus doubloons, you don't mind spending. So again, usual stuff. You got your premium, your commanders. Again, it's worth just having a look through and seeing what's what, because occasionally you will get base commanders that are put on the game that you would have had to win or earn during a campaign. So just have a look through there, rummage through. Always familiarize yourself with what's in the store. It will do you no harm. So if you look at the bottom right, you can see where it says coupons. Okay, so if we just click there, you can see the various coupons that are available to you. So if you can see, first one here, discoveries ahead. Explore uncharted waters with a 3,000 doubloon discount on selected tier 4 to 7 ships. So there's a bunch of ships here that I will get a discount on for that. And then there's some other stuff here which we've earned. You know, get 2,000 ship parts when purchasing 5,625 to 11,500 doubloons. Again, if you are purchasing these things, these can come in handy. It's always worth having a look at what you've got. Again, from time to time, you will notice things in here which will be cheap and which are worth the investment if you can spare. Speaking of investment, if you can spare, let's move on to our doubloons. So for new players, I advise, if you can, picking up the 2,750 doubloons package, which over here in the UK is £7.39, or if we just round it up and say £8. And I would also say for new players, if you can, invest in the 1,250 doubloons package, which is £3.69 here in the UK. So I'll round it again and say £4. So £4 here and £8 here, £12. If you can spare it, I understand. I have a lot of younger players as well who, you know, maybe you don't have enough pocket money saved up yet or whatever. But if you can spare £12, please do. And to be honest, I think you should be able to, because of the price, the value of £12, relatively speaking. Like £12 is the price of a takeaway, basically. So if you can do that, do that, because what it will do is it will get you premium. So for your 1,250 investment, you will get 7 days premium access. Yeah, 875, and you will still have some left over. The little leftovers add up as well, and that's when you will get surplus in your doubloons, which you can spend on stuff in the store. So invest in premium 7 days, because what will happen is you will earn more premium on top of that, right? You'll get a lot of it back. I'll explain shortly. But the 1,250 doubloons package, which is the £3.69 or £4 one, is the one for your premium 7 day doubloons. What you also want is this one here. See that? Remember that 2,750? We come out here, you're gonna want that for your campaign, right? So you can see here in the campaign, Wind of Victory, at the moment my admiralty backing is inactive, and you see the final reward here is Victoria, which is a tier 8 Spanish battleship. Now if I click over here, bottom left, see admiralty backing. If I go there, you can see it says unlock rewards for 2,500 doubloons. Now that is what your 2,750 doubloons package is for this. And if you do that, you will get the complete campaign. And if you see in the middle there, it says you get complete the campaign, so you've got to do all your missions and tasks. You receive the final reward of the current campaign, including all 3 and Admiralty backing rewards, and the value is 83,200 doubloons. Okay, 83,200. You can see it's reminding me, yeah, come to the store and buy some of our stuff. Not right now, we're talking. So 83,200 doubloons is the value of everything you will get if you complete the campaign for an outlay of 2,500. So for £8 you are going to get 83,200 worth of doubloons. How much it's worth. So if we go back to the store again, and if we look at doubloons, remember 83,200 is the value of the campaign, right? So if we go over and we look at these, you can see the various packages here. See that? Okay. Now if we go over here and look at the 30,000 doubloons package, I want to focus on that. You can see it is £73.99 in our money here, over here in the UK. £74. Okay, and for £74 you get 30,000 doubloons for £74. Now remember, the value of the campaign is 83,200 doubloons. 83,200. So if we take that £74 and we double it, we are now at £148, and we are still only at 60,000 doubloons. So if I just leave that benchmark there, this £8 initial investment, remember the £8 investment here for the campaign, is going to get you north of £144 worth of stuff if you just complete the campaign. I haven't done the exact calculation, I'm just giving you a ballpark because we can all understand money and ballparks. Over £140 worth of stuff, and it's more, significantly more than that, for this £8 initial investment. Okay, 83,200. Now you could buy the complete campaign for 27,250, which we've just established that 30,000 in the shop is £74. You could do that, but this is the working man's Warships. We don't pay for things unnecessarily, so we want to earn our rewards. It's all about earning those rewards. That's how I got here. That's how I managed to get all these ships and go all the way up to legendary tier and do all this stuff. I worked and earned it and completed all the campaigns. That's what you need to do, right? So this ties in to our maximizing rewards and what to buy and what not to buy from the store videos. If you haven't seen them yet, click over to the playlist in the channel and go check them out. So these are the first things I would advise you to do as a new player at the start of a new campaign. Get all that stuff done. Now I want you to note well the bottom of the screen. See the old sailor? So we're going to go into the campaign. Okay, so new players. Here you have your calendar. Now, if you look where it says week 1, if I just click on that. So for today, I must play a battle. I must cause 25,000 hit points of damage to ships, and I need to win a battle today. If I just do those 3 things, I will get the 3 rewards over there on the right hand side. And then as it goes along, if I complete all the rewards, I will get an insignia. Week 1 and then so on to week 2, we'll get this unique flag. And then week 3, where we'll get 3 Pan American cruiser cates, which contains a variety of goods plus the chance to unlock an early access Pan American cruiser with a dedicated mission. Now, if you complete all of these, all 3 weeks, you will then receive the Commander, Joaquim Marquez Lisboa. And you can do all of this and it will cost you nothing. Even if you didn't go and invest in the £4 doubloons package and the £8 doubloons package, and you didn't get the Admiralty back in, and you don't have premium access, let's just say you have spent no money, 0 pennies, 0 cents, you have spent nothing, you can still earn all these rewards here. And the rewards come daily. See, daily over there, daily reward there, daily, and the commander, and it will cost you nothing. There is no excuse, new players, if you are serious about getting good at this game and progressing, there is no excuse for you to not complete the calendar. You can get a whole bunch of goodies, and at the end of it you will get a commander, or some campaigns you get a guise. There is no excuse for not completing that. It costs you literally nothing. Just do that. Similarly, if we go to the bottom here and we scroll across and open up the marathon, you can see that, again, as long as you're completing those missions, you're going to get the Kremlin at the end of it. As long as you're doing all this, you'll get the Kremlin. That's the end. That is the reward here. The Kremlin, a legendary tier battleship, and all you have to do is your missions, and it won't cost you anything. You won't even need to put that £12 in the shop I just told you. Just complete your missions, and you will get there. This is what I did when I first started the game. I thought, oh, how am I gonna get up to the top tiers? The other players are so good. I can't afford to buy all the ships and all that sort of stuff. And all I did was just completed missions and campaigns, and I earned rewards. Case in point, last campaign, I didn't buy any of the premium commanders. I didn't. But completing them and completing all of the missions, I got a crate. And in the crate, look what I got. I got Zlata Groza. It cost me nothing. Now, she was on sale in the shop for 5,000 doubloons. I got her in a crate, just like all the others. You can get there. You will get there. All you have to do is check in every day and do your missions. It's like anything else. If you work for it, you'll earn it. You'll get the rewards. That's all you have to do. So let's assume you are not going to spend any money in the shop. You're not going to buy any of the doubloons. Maybe you can't, or you don't think it's worth it. You're not going to do that £8 2,750 doubloon package I said. You're not going to do the £4 1,250. None of that. At the end of this campaign, you should still have the new commander in the old sailor. You should still get the Kremlin and all the other goodies, and it will cost you nothing. Nothing. Now, if we just move on to the final phase of this video, which is the game modes. So currently there's no ranked, arena, brawl, or anything like that. Now, just a quick word on ranked. I have played ranked a lot in the time I've been playing this, but a lot of the time I've just opted out of it for the simple reason that I think they're stingy with the rewards. For the stress and frustration you go through on ranked, I don't think the rewards are worth it. I think they're stingy, and a lot of the time I would rather work on my campaign, or I would rather work on the channel and stuff like that than go through the rage bait that is ranked. But sometimes I will do it depending on what I've got going on elsewhere. Now, Duck of War. So if we just click here on the event info, you can see the briefing. Batten down the hatches, all hands ahoy. This is it, the ultimate bubbly clash of duckies in the hot tub to determine the true leader. Do you have what it takes? Gather your flock and fly against opponents for points, destruction and glory. Let there be bubbles, let there be splashes, quack quack. Your main goal, capture the points in the middle of the hot tub to prove your superiority, or simply get rid of the rival flock. And you can see the weapons and consumables there. Now, that's all well and nice and lovely and gooey, but here on the Working Man's Warships, we want to know what you got for us. Are you going to grease our palm? Now, I did read the patch notes. I'm going to be honest with you, I don't remember all of it. I'd have to go back and check. But at the time of doing this video now, I don't see any rewards here. I could be wrong. Tell you what, if we go in our missions, maybe, oh yeah, here we go. Okay, so there's various rewards here that you can get. I may play it depending on the value of the rewards and what we can use them to buy. I might. I'm not entirely sure yet, but what you should do again at the beginning of a campaign is exactly what I'm doing here. Go into your missions. You will see there are various rewards here. Have a look what it is, and then prioritize your missions. You need to make sure you are doing your old sailor every day. Make sure you're doing your missions for your Kremlin, and then come in here, and then you can decide whether or not you want to participate in these. Now, me myself, depending on the campaign, what it is, what's on offer, what the rewards are, because really I only really care about the rewards. What you got for me? I will tend to sometimes do it, sometimes not. Now, I'm going to be honest with you, I'm very skeptical of ducks. Duck for me is another branch of the potato tree. Like, for example, if I get in a battle and I see someone's got a duck flag on their ship, I'm expecting bad things from them. So this duck of war, from the outset, from the first impression, seems a bit gimmicky to me, and it doesn't really look like something I'd participate that much in. However, I'm a mercenary for rewards on this game, so if these rewards end up being very valuable, I will. But the whole duck thing kind of is a bit clownish to me, if I'm honest. Let's just quickly go in the store. So we'll cross-reference what we just saw there, and we'll look in the store. We just have a quick look at the currency required to buy certain things. I'd have to have a deeper dive into the duck of war to decide if I'd do it. But if it's for you, by all means do it. Knock yourself out, have fun. But what you do is, again, prioritize your rewards and have a look around and see if there's anything that you want to do in the missions and if it's applicable to you. Me personally, I always prioritize my calendar at the bottom. So in this case, the old sailor. I always prioritize the marathon at the bottom, and then my campaign. Those are my priorities. Once I've got those things done on a day-to-day basis, I will then go and look at what I'm working on in my bureau, my tech tree ships. Currently, I'm working on the Dutch cruiser and the Spanish cruiser line. If you haven't yet checked out my videos, I am bringing you on a journey with me on those cruiser lines as I grind them out. So that's what I'm working on there right now. And then after that, I might look at something like Duck of War, or I may well look at ranked and stuff like that. At the moment, there's no ranked, but it will start up soon. So just a quick checklist before we go of things you need to do when you first sign in on a new campaign. If you are able to, take yourself over to the store, go to your doubloons, invest in the 2,750 bundle and the 1,250 bundle. For us in the UK, roughly £12. If you can do that, brilliant. It will greatly assist with your bureau and your bonuses for battles, etc, etc, if you can do that. Regardless of whether or not you can or cannot do that, you must look at your calendar and your marathon at the bottom and make sure you are doing your daily missions to qualify for this, and make sure you get this done. This stage unlocks in a month. You have a month. Well, I've got a month to get the rest of it done. You should, if you've been playing, have got it up to a point where you'll be able to get the ship at the end. Keep an eye on this, okay? Also, move it across. Keep an eye on your calendar. Make sure you are doing what you need to do to get this. This will cost you nothing. There are no excuses for not getting all the goodies in the calendar and the commander and to get the Kremlin. And if you're a new player and your highest tier ship is currently 4 or 5, doing that marathon will jump you straight to legendary tier and all the rewards and stuff that comes with it. Okay, so make sure you get over to your store. If you can get your doubloons, fine. Check your missions and then get over here to the campaign, assuming you have got what you needed to get from the store into your campaign and get your Admiralty back in. Okay, 2,500 and you get 83,200 worth of rewards. So there we are, new campaign. I look forward to seeing you again. We're going to play a lot of battles, we're going to do a lot of stuff, we're going to grind stuff, and I'm going to show you my progression as we go along, and I'm going to show you how to complete all these missions and then to make sure that you get your reward at the end of it. Speaking of reward at the end of it, as an aside, okay, last campaign, there is the Blucher. This was the reward for fighting the fjords. I completed my campaign and I made sure I got the Blucher. Okay, you can do the same. So that's a tier 8 ship, which the completion of the campaign gives me that. So between the campaign, we have another tier 8 ship in this campaign. Between that and your marathon, you can get to the higher tiers as a new player in fairly short order. And there we are, new campaign, Duck of War. Glad to have you all aboard, and if you like what I'm doing here, please click like, subscribe, share the video, and we will see you all next time on the Working Man's Warships. Take care, folks.